going full throttle at GEHA Field and Arrow 6 and the Kansas City Chiefs. And Tracy Wolfson on site
in Kansas City.
Here we go with the Bass kick, only sailing to the 10-yard. Holmes coming out, having won his Lackers. And you see the touchdown an 8th consecutive time. Here's the handoff to Edwards-Alaire. Over contusion and Mahomes and company. What about this offense this year? Here he is on 2nd and 5, tossing it to Kelsey for a first down pickup.
Who's really been a Buffalo to have a great game today for them to win. I think you got to use Kelsey.
Movie before. Let's hope it's another nail biter as Tony gets the pass from Pat week last week, but 2 weeks ago unable to one. Going to go run. Edwards-Alaire has the first down. Yard pickup. You mentioned Ed Oliver. He's done a...
And boy, did they hit a home run here. He's got his spot.
Here's a first down play action. Retreating to the 4.
He does a great job not buying the play fake. And Mahomes doesn't get...
Going to hand it off to him. And the normal wide receiver takes it for a big gain. Is out. Tre'Davious White injured and out for the year. And here's a 1st and 10 run. As City fans and Dolphin fans want to see what happens with the Ravens. That battle for the first seed. Look at that. What a play by him. Tipped it.
Some of their best football the last few weeks, Jim. They're coming out.
Come out with 2 tight ends with Knox back. There's the pass.
There's a conscious effort to get the ball to the backs in the passing game. We know that.
On first down, it's Cook. He saw right away that, oh, they'll give him a yard, I guess.
Well,
of the year.
Yes, but he's leading the NFL in touchdown.
He's got time. Looks. Now fires in, but coverage downfield. As just now he is playing his absolute best of the season.
Using his legs more. We know how good Mahomes is on
that last outing against Philadelphia. 3rd and 9. Tries to get away from her.
Over and over. And Josh Smart.
Just what they wanted.
And so he tries to throw it out, and then he'll look at the ground and be like, oh, wait, I'm not on the goal line.
The play by James.
And that's the one area. Their ball.
That's
Once
right.
the opposing, the punting team actually.
Kansas City turned it over on their first drive. The Knox is back off the injury.
Go, right.
Mahomes gonna dump.
That they have a weakness with. They don't play a ton of.
2nd and 1. Getting a lot of work early and nice.
Of the Bills defenders are outside. One guy blocked 2. That's the Milano effect.
He's been out the last couple with a groin injury.
Chiefs offense has been more ball control this year.
7. Setting up a screen in the area of McKinnon, but he looked up and Jordan.
He loves running a stunt, comes right around the edge. And
Von Miller comes onto the field for the. Here's the 3rd and 7. They got to him.
Going to push that pocket inside, spin off it, and Rousseau does a great job.
Dante Hardy is back to steps out. He's a speedster, but he is tackle after the 39-yard punt. Really, it's going to have to be something like 10 and 7. Going to keep it. Design run for the quarterback, and we're going to move the yards in the game. You're talking about using his legs last week, Tony. Again, touchdowns in the game. There's the pass, caught. Time right back to J.B. Edfield we go. Glad to have him back. Here's a 1st and 10.
And I don't think Noddy's going to get there. Sudden Bolton, who wasn't playing, you had no runs with him. He knows it's zone.
Handoff, Cook.
Best defenses. And Patrick Mahomes right there. You're giving up 17 points per game. That's
second.
Match that with your backers. And that was Joe Brady has 2 or 3.
25th touchdown pass of the season for Josh. And that came from 25 yards out. Cook. This time he held on a beautiful strike and a score. Whew, that was amazing. Wallace. By the way, I mentioned the 25 challenge. That's 4 straight seasons with at least that much. He's done it 4 in a row.
Well, work the same moving forward. You see Josh Allen.
How do you feel?
Yes.
And another good decade of that rivalry to go. There's a hand.
Huge games when those guys would play. You throw Burrow in here, you know.
That audience is coming in. 2nd and 7. Almost intercepted.
the best football from the wide receiver position. To me, false start.
Turn it into a 3rd and 12.
Mahomes does a great job with that. The zone guy.
He got his best right. Got him to jump. Come on in here, friends. Jim Nance, Tony Romo's already been sacked once. He unloads it in time here. Gets it to McKinnon. Tries off the field.
And this is a microcosm, you said, that joined us. And they got a penalty to take it back to
the ball, then caught it for the pick. Hardy, this time for a catch, which is coming up here your way on CBS. Touchdown pass from Josh to Dawson Knox. This pass off the finger. Josh Allen touchdown pass to James Cook from 25.
100%. I mean, this is as big a game as Buffalo's had all year. He shoots through the hole. He's got a really unique
game in the backfield. He's able to catch that pitch. He's a little outside. Games. Well, Baltimore winning on that punt return.
There's just so many teams who are right in the thick of it. But
neutral site, yes. Road, no.
Has to or not. And for Buffalo, you're obviously fighting.
Here comes the pressure. Nice little pirouette by Allen.
Good job by Josh making him a miss, and a really smart play. Receivers are tight. The outside corner can blitz like a linebacker.
Beefs, they could not get the substitution in on time. Insurance. Bills have had the better of it so far. They have forced it. Just a big play out of it. He's got 2. And we'll be back. First quarter is complete. We're back here at GEHA Field at Arizona. To Diggs. Into the end zone for the touchdown. 21. That's 64 yards in receiving. As Allen on 2nd and 7. Sure that 95 doesn't wreck it.
Yeah, and exactly. And he's
call.
I love the call. Around the hand. He wanted to throw. That looked a little Mahomey.
Handoff. Murray. So they blended in now 3 different in the first quarter. He had more yardage to Cook, and the
big guys in and just pound it at you from the 10 twice and get to the 1. The quarterback draw into a cover 0 look.
The score. Govern was the one most directly accountable for that push. 10 times for the year.
The NFL, well invested, well protected.
By the way, Josh Allen just became the 3rd player all-time. Kyler Murray. Well, as you know, Tony, we met with Sean Bulls players back in 2019, about 9/11, and Chiefs here at the 25, and handoff to Edwards-Helaire for no gain. And McDermott immediately held a press conference to own.
Automatic first down.
After he held that press conference Thursday, the character is of the utmost importance to him. Calling it today with all these things that were going on at the same time as they prepared for this game. And that story, here's Tracy.
Well, Jim, as you mentioned, at the end of that meeting, Bills captain Micah Hyde said, and in no way will it be a distraction today.
2nd and 8. Mahomes has his helmet ripped off.
That should have been a penalty right there.
10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's man-to-man coverage with the whole middle of the field, and he should have flat.
They also have an issue with drops. They dropped a league-high 32 on this team. All in.
Throw and great feel by Kelsey to get.
And as Mahomes completes another one. Back to JB and Phil.
It's pretty.
I think they're turning into the class over there. There's about 3-4 teams that are standing out on Dotson fighting off that and then just backing his way into the tackle. But that's all.
I hope to have him back next week. Here's a 2nd and 12. Oh, and there's a.
Now it's 3rd. I mean, this should be 3rd and 4.
Gonna go. It looks like Townsend the punt.
4th down.
So they pick up the flag. And so Townsend. Oh, great punt. Going on the field.
Game for both teams.
Saw Ed Oliver. Holiday spirit is in the air, isn't it? Well, this is a team quickly.
Sean McDermott, 6s.
Here's the handoff. Johnson butts heads. Of course, you had the sting of turn until the following Monday. Go do what you want. We don't need to
put things in on your own, but just be fresh.
And on the last drive that led to a touchdown.
Yeah, and boy, 14-0 right now, and disrupted this Chiefs offense, but truly part of it.
Straight ahead, it's there. Toward the Bills sideline, and the opening was right up 13 times on third down against the.
That motion right there, Josh Allen.
Little play action. Now he flings it. Fourth catch for Cook. Yeah, statistically,
At 500?
there's a first down picked up by Sherfield.
Yes, and I mean, to me.
Step aside for a moment. Justin Reed is on. 1st and 10. In trouble.
And he's rushing well, Karlaftis. But the Chris Jones quote, which
On film. It must be nice to line up next to Chris Jones. A 2nd and 15. And coming in, by the way, for Reed was coming back into the game. In the pocket. Back.
and they're double teaming most of the other guys. Jim, I have not.
And Cook is too. 5 catches, 83 yards. Buying time, and he's picked off. He's picked off by Kamari. Some in the slot. Jamari Connor has his big play here by Connor.
The NFL when you shakaroni at Papa John's.
Station as the Chiefs now start this series with Rice.
People ran against him in years. Came then, as you see, hurry up here. Man-to-man coverage. It can't just be Kelsey.
Well, here he is, Kelsey. Nice move.
He had a nice burst there.
They're going to hand it to him. McKinnon.
10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Carl Chuck. This is all they produced so far.
Wow.
That's not supposed to be that way.
No.
Domino's new pepperoni stuffed.
The NFL's on pizza, bread twists, chicken desserts, and more.
It's a 1st and 20 coming. One time in his career at home, and we were here to see. And another flag.
What I've been saying. Self-imposed things they keep.
Injury report for the Bills. Defensive end A.J. Epinesa.
Pass. Rice makes the cut upfield.
Out early in the game, but Agerson, you're seeing that play out, and he has a
timeout called by the Bills. By the way, begins right after Super Bowl.
You know, the one area at the end of these halves, it's so huge to turn half each year, and that's in almost half the games.
Here he swings it over to Tony, and then he gets rocked about 3 yards short of the. As a remain in the game, shaken up for just then. There is the pass, and it's caught by James.
The half, he knows the critical moments. End of game, caught that. It wasn't quite just a cut.
Right.
Good catch.
You expect that from the 13. Going to the end zone, and
the safety makes him go inside. I can see why he did it. It looks like
2nd and 10.
keeping his eyes downfield, and McKinnon's the beneficiary of it on that play.
He was eyed again.
It's a really game planning for him.
Here's the handoff to McKinnon. Again!
Outside, nobody knew where he was cutting because he had that little shifty feet.
Similar moves to the one he had made the play before.
What an outstanding job. Benford, everyone's worried about Kelsey.
Yep. For good reason, but McKinnon. And the bench rise in halftime report. All the crew is pulled. AFC West.
There's the moments why Buffalo has some. To me, it's like, even if you play a sack, something happening, a receiver.
The last 2 minutes of the first half has just added another souse.
Yeah, this is
Tried to blitz, got picked up. Allen flings it. Kincaid is there.
before. And this.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Allen deep down the.
Good at the cornerback position as anyone in the National Football League this year. Corner of his eyes sees Dawson Knox, and so huge having him back for all the little things. And
on 1st down, they go to an open man. It's Diggs. And now timeout. The officials are.
It's a first down, the chains.
They're going to challenge the spot. That's the word we're hearing.
It was so close.
Dad.
With the booth, but seconds to go in the half down the field. Davis is down there. Did with the clock.
What they did with the gym is because that rule is you had a running clock, 10 seconds will off second runoff. So a really big stoppage by them.
Because the refs got it wrong.
Here's using his legs. He's going to. Now what do? You've got a field goal that would be 62 yards.
Or right here, he comes out right here.
He saw. Yeah. And make sure they left some time if they want to go.
Thank you.
He can get it there. He's got enough time. And he's got the time to heave it. He was there on Shakir.
That would have been a touchdown if he was turned the other way.
From Verizon. And a word from your local station. So, our colleague said, boy, it feels like a playoff. Who are trying to stay in that mix for a 1 seed. Baltimore's.
But the problem is Patrick Mahomes just did what he kept his team in the game right there. And even though they've lost.
And Tracy caught up early.
To close it out.
Well, just got to do our jobs, trust ourselves, trust our fundamentals. Play.
Dawkins coming across from the left side, and you called it. This has been not around to take away Cook.
Here's Cook again. This is the 4th.
We had Buffalo, and they've always been an 11. Never depended on the running back. Throw them.
Here's Cook. Once again, a big lane for him.
Take the pressure off him.
Let's take a look at Next Gen Stats powered by. First down, they keep riding the hot hand. And again, he's got 5 yards.
He's opening that up a little bit more than people realize.
As Mahomes waits for his opportunity. 2nd and 4. Quick toss. They've got the first down. It's Shakir down. That's 11 for that play.
Hand the ball off, do these things. They can do that.
This time, Ty Johnson.
Yep.
Number 88, offense, 10-yard
go, and Knox held him right there.
Yeah, he's under the pads.
Yep.
Open underneath. It's Diggs. And he ducks.
This was a great job by Josh. He wanted the dig route behind him.
Over to Johnson.
And that's why having Bolton back is such a difference maker.
And flags are falling.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So they call it on Chris.
He's made you feel like you have to move. That's a great.
And a flag. And getting about a yard.
Offense, penalties decline, 4th down.
Moore's blocks.
By the field goal. Pass from 31. Delivers it. And they produce 3. Back here in significant. This is just going to open up, as they always seem to, between all that the Bills were in the news is playing today. Why he has not been. They get these receivers in the mix more. That's first.
Kansas City's facing when teams are playing man coverage and they
First New York bound we go. JB and Phil have it. Okay, thank you, Phil. That's getting tight out there. Gino on the bench, inactive. There is.
Well, this is defensive coaches. You too, and then they hug.
That's how it goes. 2nd and 3 as McKinnon's within a yard and has not been on the field here at the start of this 3rd wing. And they go with McKinnon for the first down.
You're all discombobulated on defense. I saw this before.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the
NFL data and business with AWS.
Dodson off the field is in the blue tent for the Bills defense. 1st and 10.
Spot in the zone. Great job bringing all the big people in.
Travis Kelce. 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire.
Safety Micah Hyde go into the locker room without a helmet. No word on whether he'll be able to return.
Looking, finding Rice.
On the season, coming on, using him more and more. I'm the quarterback.
Looking left, now looking dead center, back of the end zone.
Right past Bernard. And look at that. Boy, I just talked about the guy.
in the last month as he's becoming more and more dependable, reliable. You're watching the NFL on CBS. As that one goes, it's Johnson, and considered the league's most prestigious honor, the Walter Payton Medal. Lobs it up high for Johnson.
By Karlaftis on his right side.
But it does feel like every time he's... We'll run it. Trying to cut outside. Good piece of...
Spagnuolo, defense coordinator for the Chiefs, has gone against Josh Allen.
3rd and 3. There was Diggs.
And throw, everything's perfect. But Snead times things so well. He does.
Martin. James back. Taken off. Now down 3 with the football.
The NFL.
Come out. Looking up top. There's the pass.
That connection started actually back in April, but cannot believe it. What Mahomes said that today got to see him catch that touchdown pass, Jim.
Yeah, he's the star.
And that's a catch to me.
Well, if it is, it's a...
We'll review the play.
This is the major difference with some of the drops this year.
I think the other thing, guys, is when I think everything's coming to that mesh point.
Not a first down, so it'll be the 3rd and a long yard, or 3rd.
Needed to actually hit.
We have possession 2 feet, but he's falling to the...
Contact. Kansas City wins the challenge. They will not be...
That's a catch. Well, there's one's a drop. Well, they don't have that bruising back.
Looking, lobs it.
And that's just a wonderful play design. It's like...
1st and 10. Passes off the mark in
numbers. He gave him 2 in between.
2nd and 10. And there's Rice. Reception here last year. It was stripped by Ben.
None bigger on the season than this one, Jim.
Nope, Bills
Having the ball right at the right time out of Rice's hands.
league.
But Kansas City stopped him in the first half.
And that's dropped by Diggs.
That's like he's getting double teamed. The best player's not going to...
He's had 4 catches for 20. Here's Allen on 2nd and 10. Steps up.
And then he moves right when Josh is throwing and loses his... They showed call, but McDuffie again, who got beat early.
Line for both of these teams in the AFC. We start the 4th at G. The Bills have been here, and they have one on the way. Reaches down, grabs it, changes field position on that run back. Richie James, and here's the pass back over to Rice. Get him back in the game after
blockers in front, wide receiver screen, and you see one of his
bad on offense. They have not been able to take advantage of the takeaways. Edwards-Helaire to the 1-score games, and they have
and they're 6-6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
The game, because you can't dominate everyone and be up by over 100 points in all your games. Change your fortunes your season.
Here he looks around, comes back to the right side, and the glide. Edwards-Helaire. 1st and 10. Tony seeing action in the backfield.
Job by the coaching staff, getting him touches better than in any of those years. They could get...
And he's dangerous down in here. That was intended for Kelsey.
Too. Both of them tapped themselves saying, and the ability... That's incomplete. He was trying to...
Up by Taron Johnson. And he's able to get away from Sky Moore before...
That's a forward pass to me, Jim. That injury. He makes a big play there.
Now, Buck, 22 of 22. With Townsend on the hold. And this game is tied with 11 and a half Super Bowl.
The wine sponsor of the NFL.
2 possessions up the 3rd quarter. And who are the true legends of CBS Sports? Our friend Lance Barrow. What an honor to be his teammate. And I speak on behalf of him. Congratulations, Lance. Here's a 1st and 10 and a keep by Allen today. Guys, good work. Here's JB and Phil.
Chargers.
Thank you. Very strange day out there. 2nd and 9. Pass.
Pushes McGovern all the way right back toward Allen.
Again, they're coming after him. And they're...
Watch that. Now Kansas City has it. Now Buffalo has it.
Ruling on the field of a completed pass. We'll review the play. With a timeout and an unsuccessful challenge.
As you follow it, the ball just hits out of bounds before Kansas City can possibly recover that.
And it was a 21-yard gain in the end. Just out before the Chiefs were able to recover it. Here's Kincaid.
If they go on.
Open. Kincaid.
Third quarter, midway through, and
73. Offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That was Minihue being dragged down on the hold. Here they bring it, coming after him. Karlaftis.
Intentional grounding against the Eagles. In the down, watch on the bottom, 95 right here. You get the chip, this buys the time.
Another flag is thrown. It's going to be another holding call, I believe, as he completes it.
10-yard penalty, third down.
They got both tackles on the... Here, and he's made a difference, the former 49er. He went backwards, the sideline, and that ball to break up this little scrum, and this CBS streams live on Paramount Plus all season long. So the punt traveled 50. With no, they go ground. Edwards-Helaire, Floyd. 2nd and 7.
When he was trying to get the ball outside. Well, 6-0, but they've lost all the other ones over 21.
Here's a third down play.
Possessions right here. Expect both quarterbacks, but this is what's going on this year. The pressure.
7 minutes to go. Not much hang time. The Hardy.
The game's just getting started, people. If you haven't watched the history, right now we.
There you go, Tone. It's Cook. Pickup.
Right there.
There's a second down run, and it's Cook. KC to Green Bay last week was the most of the season. They're going to do something with this possession. Has to come on this pass play. And
ball 35, 30 yards from his spot.
He's never felt better than he has in the last 2 weeks as they hand it off to Ty Johnson.
Yeah, well, you know, people forget, make it so you're not as accurate. And
3. And early, well, they mark it back outside the 32, so it's going to be 30.
Play man-to-man here because they don't want to give up some little check down. That
going empty, and there are the legs. They called his number, Tony.
Jim. But this is one of those where I would have.
Now, banged up a couple times today. 1st and 10. As Johnson.
They know you're trying to work the clock.
And that time.
2 timeouts, 2-minute warning. He's got to get the right play up.
There's the pass down.
Internal pressure. He does throw a dime, but there they got away with.
Yeah, it would just come in for Reed.
Let him go. That's going to be called every time. Let him go.
There's no question about that.
Automatic. First down.
And we're going to go to the 2-minute warning
There by Watson.
Actually, they put the
try and score.
There's Diggs, and he drops it.
Usually people think it is. But part of that, I believe, is
2nd and 10. Pass.
It's a perfect leverage, and honestly, it's a good job by Diggs to kind of hold.
The other side, Jalen Watson was hurt on that. See what Joe Brady's going to dial up here on a.
Instead, Jimmy. Let's tease you.
The injured player for the Chiefs was able to. They bring the pressure. He's still on his 2-minute warning here in Kansas City.
The NFL on C. Toasty, cheesy, melty, delicious.
Martin on the hold. The kick for the lead, and the kick is good.
Saved about 15 yards there, and I don't think that goes in.
There's your playoff picture with final stretch drive this is going to be. Short kick, but much as the NFL with you had to choose one quarterback to
talk about, hey, your kid, or so they're going to block it up.
Here they come on 1st down. Pass.
Review.
He's in unless the ball came. Nope.
Yeah, it's Buffalo Bills. He's done it before. In the order to be able to take number 15.
High level. Analysis there. Thanks for that time.
2nd and 3. Pass.
TB wasn't looking at you.
It went for 19. They're going to bring the blitz again, and that ball
Back consistently.
Here they come again. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. My goodness, this is going for a touchdown.
Always looks around as if he's a quarterback.
Second down.
Tony was lined up.
How many times at the end of the game? Gene, what do you see? Frustration.
2nd and 15. And now, Mahomes.
Jalen Hurts, they're not letting the quarterbacks who want to escape chances still alive. Oh, that is huge. Jim, you remember the drop by Tony against the Lions.
Again, a reminder, the kickoff of the Eagles and Cowboys game.
If you come after him. If you lay back, you're allowed.
Tonight on CBS. Had during the course of the season.
They're going to have Mahomes can buy time if he wants.
Mahomes steps all the way back to the 33.
Making this ball come out before Mahomes game, but they haven't won. It's just mounted. He never does that, but it shows you he wants these. Whoever got to 20 was going to win this game based on
That's what it took in the end for those two.
And this defense showed up in the key critical.
Not definite that he may be looking at